inappropriate to it.
Did you do anything inappropriate to Mustafa Al-Jazari's vehicle? Investigator Davis, the same investigator that just got done telling us that we crushed the vehicle. We, the police, had the fire department crush the vehicle for us, only to stage the vehicle, is now talking about telling Investigator Rob, hey, did you do anything inappropriate to Mustafa's vehicle? And then he goes on and tell him, I have an idea to employ into this case, but it's going to require spending money. Spending money? You're going to pump money into the Mustafa Al-Jazari case? Let's hear Investigator Davis, in his own word, tell us that he has an idea to employ and pump money into the Mustafa Al-Jazari case.
If any of that is posted anywhere on the internet, we're going to have problems. Whatever copies have been made of that, those need to be destroyed.
Okay.
Okay? If they get disclosed, that is going to put me in a situation.
The prosecutor wants to tell us that all the witnesses are telling me that Mustafa drove into oncoming traffic only to have his girlfriend and 5-year-old baby get crushed. The front passenger and the back passenger is completely crushed. Mustafa had this load enough to be crushed by the SUV. That's what she's telling us. Well, that's interesting because I have a body cam where the witness says that Mustafa cleared the SUV.
Can I get a phone number for you, sir?
Yeah, it's 571-389-4540.
I'll let you work on that. Can I talk to you for a quick second over here? Can you just tell me what you saw?
Yeah, so the Chrysler over there was coming this way.
Which way? Sorry.
Coming this direction. We were going this direction. We had the green light. This car was in front of me. And I saw the Chrysler just randomly. He wasn't even in the turn lane. He just darted over directly in front of this car.
Okay.
And so she slammed him. I guess he made it far enough over that it hit the right side. So she slammed him. I guess he made it far enough over that it hit the right side.
She slammed into him. He made it far enough all the way into the right side. All the way into the 4th lane. Let's listen to what the prosecutor tells the judge one more time. And we're going to go back into what this witness is talking about. Didn't Prosecutor Sarah Sammy tell the judge that I have witnesses and all my witnesses are saying that Mustafa drove into oncoming traffic, had his girlfriend in the front passenger seat, and has the 5-year-old baby in the back passenger crushed by the SUV. This witness is talking about that Mustafa cleared the vehicle all the way to the 4th lane, that the SUV turned into Mustafa. Let's listen to what the prosecutor is talking about.
If you can't quit the P word, I want to let you know that Scripture tells us that
Your Honor, in this case, this defendant stands charged with 2 counts of involuntary manslaughter. On April 5th of 2023, this defendant and his then-girlfriend Dorothy Fontaine and her 5-year-old daughter Empress Fontaine were headed to the cemetery in the early evening hours. The defendant, as the court saw in the videos already entered into evidence, was the driver of the vehicle. Miss Dorothy Fontaine, his girlfriend, was seated in the right passenger seat, and Empress Fontaine, Dorothy's 5-year-old daughter, was seated directly behind Dorothy. Your Honor, there is a number of revelations came to light after this incident. There are a number of eyewitnesses that have indicated they saw this vehicle, the defendant's vehicle, all of a sudden crossing to the intersection and go into oncoming traffic, and that's when this defendant's vehicle was struck directly on the right-hand side where Dorothy and Empress were sitting by the Chevy Tahoe that the court has a picture of in evidence currently. Your Honor, under 19-2-120...
Is this prosecutor lying to the judge in court? How convenient that she can say whatever she wants and no one can verify what she's telling the judge because the case is sealed. Well, it's no longer sealed. We can jump into those body cams that you've been hiding for the past 2.5 years and verify that you're lying to us. This witness is telling us.
She slammed him far enough over that it hit the right side. So she slammed him. I guess he made it far enough over that it hit the right side.
We're going to listen to that one more time.
Far enough. I guess he made it far enough over that it hit the right side. He wasn't even in the turn lane. He just darted over directly in front of this car.
Okay.
And so she slammed him. I guess he made it far enough over that it hit the right side. So she slammed him. I guess he made it far enough over that it hit the right side.
So he goes all the way to the 4th lane and the SUV turns into Mustafa. What this witness says is nowhere in the reports. Nowhere in the reports. Nowhere in the whole entire case. The only time you actually hear what this witness is talking about is through the police body cam. The sealed body cam. The body cam they've been hiding for 2.5 years. We have another witness. This prosecutor tells the judge that Mustafa didn't do anything to avoid a vehicle accident. So why do I have a witness that says that Mustafa hit the brake? That I heard that Mustafa hit the brake. I heard him hit the brake. Listen.
137 to 480.
Hi. Did one of you guys see the crash?
We didn't actually see it. He was driving right behind us.
The Charger? Or the Chrysler?
We heard it and turned around, and I was the only one who could get on with 911. So
What happened? Like, did you see
he
him?
was coming this way. We heard brakes skid, and
We heard brake skids. You're charging Mustafa with murder? Let's hear that one more time.
What happened? Like, did you see
he
him?
was coming this way. We heard brakes skid, and we looked back, and
What lane were you guys driving in?
I was in the far.
You're charging Mustafa with murder. And what you're saying is that Mustafa never did anything to avoid a vehicle accident. That's interesting. I have the computer inside the vehicle that shows that his foot was on the brake the whole entire time. I have witnesses that say, I heard brake skids, that Mustafa was hitting the brake. You have another witness that says Mustafa cleared the SUV all the way into the 4th lane and the SUV turned into Mustafa. But in court, you're telling the judge that your witnesses are saying that Mustafa drove into oncoming traffic, never cleared the SUV, Your Honor. That Mustafa had his vehicle crushed by the SUV, specifically where his girlfriend sits, the front passenger. Specifically where his 5-year-old, the 5-year-old baby sits right behind her in the back passenger. We just heard the body cam where the police crushed Dorsey's side. We just heard the body cam that the witness is talking about Mustafa cleared the SUV and the SUV turned into Mustafa in the 4th lane. We just heard a witness say that Mustafa hit the brake. Well, did your police department inspect Mustafa's vehicle and found brake failure? Let's watch a police body cam where the police department inspects Mustafa's vehicle and they find brake failure.
Brake, didn't engage.
Brake did not engage. Mustafa's foot is on the brake the whole entire time, and the vehicle would not stop. Let's hear that one more time.
Brake, didn't engage.
Immediately after Investigator Davis, after the police mechanic is telling him that they found brake failure, 2 of the calipers did not work. The front passenger, the back passenger, the calipers were not working. There's brake failure. You heard Investigator Davis tell Investigator Rob, the same investigator that's on scene talking about, we've been briefed about Mustafa. What have you been briefed about Mustafa? And then mutes his body cam as soon as he got on scene. He's talking about pumping money into the Mustafa Al-Jazari case. Let's hear that body cam. Pumping money, spending money out of his pocket into the Mustafa Al-Jazari case.
Okay. Did you do anything inappropriate to it?
Did you do anything inappropriate to Mustafa Al-Jazari's vehicle? Investigator Davis, the same investigator that just got done telling us that we crushed the vehicle. We, the police, had the fire department crush the vehicle for us, only to stage the vehicle, is now talking about telling Investigator Rob, hey, did you do anything inappropriate to Mustafa's vehicle? And then he goes on and tell him, I have an idea to employ into this case, but it's going to require spending money. Spending money? You're going to pump money into the Mustafa Al-Jazari case? Let's hear Investigator Davis, in his own word, tell us that he has an idea to employ and pump money into the Mustafa Al-Jazari case.
So again, nothing froze. Steering wheel is moving. What? I'm going to figure out that brake issue, and then then I'll be done.
He's going to figure out the brake issue, and then he'll be done. He's panicking on what to do. And then you'll see him call the prosecutor. We have a body cam where he notifies the prosecutor, calls her. What communication took between him and the prosecutor when he found brake failure? Because the prosecutor in court is telling the judge there is nothing wrong with Mustafa's vehicle, when I have a body cam that shows Mustafa's vehicle had brake failure. Oh, I guess the prosecutor is comfortable that this is not going to come out because the case is sealed. No one can verify that Mustafa had brake failure. She's too comfortable. Well, Brady versus Maryland entitles Mustafa's defense to the communication. Specifically when you find that there is a bias in this whole entire case. These investigators are targeting Mustafa, talking about putting a label on Mustafa, talking about pumping money into Mustafa's case, crushing and staging Mustafa's car, falsifying his statements.
Hey, Rob, remind me to tell you I had an idea about this case that I thought we should imply. Imply? Is that the word? Employ. It would take spending money, though. Take what? Spending money.
It would take spending money. Remind me about an idea I have into this case. But it's going to take spending money. You're going to take money out of your pocket and pump it into the Mustafa Al-Jazari case. And then immediately you'll hear him call the prosecutor, update the prosecutor.
Here and then push the whole front forward.
They want to tell us that the prosecutor in court tells Judge Carol Weimer that she has no idea what the officers are doing on the scene, has no idea. She didn't communicate with the officers. That she has no idea what these officers are doing when they weaponize the children, when they crushed and staged the vehicle. She says she doesn't know. She has no idea. Well, when I go through the body cams, I'm seeing those officers are updating you every step of the way. So what communication took place when you found out that Mustafa's vehicle had brake failure? What communication took place between you and Investigator Romero when the children were being weaponized?
to get this out of the way. So okay. Did you do anything inappropriate to it?
I have a body cam where they're updating Sarah Sammy.
The other thing too that I
think this is it. This should be the body cam where they update Sarah Sammy on what is going on while they're inspecting Mustafa's vehicle. While the police are inspecting Mustafa's vehicle.
Before we leave, let's call Sarah and tell her what we did and make sure before we put anything back for her. Actually, can you call her now? That way you can tell her what we've done.
So they're updating the prosecutor Sarah Sammy, every step of the way. Now, forget the body cams. We have multiple body cams where she's being updated. I have the whole entire discovery. We're going to go through that discovery page by page, identify every point that she's being updated. And what you see is disturbing. This prosecutor is being updated every step of the way. And she wants to tell Judge Carol Weimer that she was never updated what her police officers are doing, that she has no idea. This prosecutor is being updated every step of the way. And the fact that we have the body cams and the discovery, this is a nail in the coffin. This is the nail in the coffin. You're not going to leave it to the discretion of the prosecutor to identify which body cams is missing. A prosecutor that's been lying about the Mustafa Al-Jazari case for the past 2 years, 2.5 years. Because she's been lying about the Mustafa Al-Jazari case. Evidence show that not only does she know, but she's instructing officers on how to falsify the Mustafa Al-Jazari case and remove and manipulate evidence.